morning and welcome to day 2 of our morning yoga series. So I hope yesterday you felt rejuvenated and revitalised and ready for your day ahead. This morning we're going to be starting standing at the top of our mats, so I'll meet you there. We're going to be starting in Tadasana this morning, which is called mountain pose in English. So in Sanskrit, Tadasana is a really strong and stable pose. We're having our big toes touching or just slightly apart. Our heels are directly underneath our hips, and our hips are square facing the front of the mat. We're really strong in this mountain pose. Just as the name says, if we were a mountain, no one could push us over. We feel stable and energized. We're imagining that we're pressing into all 4 corners of our feet here. Our pelvis is slightly tucked under, so rather than having our booty sticking out, slightly tuck under that pelvis. Our shoulders are stacking over our hips, and our legs are engaged here. If you go and touch them, they should feel really strong. Roll your shoulders back and down, palms are facing the front, and we're breathing in and out through the nose. We want that long, slow and steady breath. We're not constricting the throat, and our eyes are going to be closed to begin with. Allowing your exhales to become longer than your inhales. We're telling our body that we're steady here, we're relaxed, we're not moving, we're not going anywhere. Take one more breath in this mountain pose. Fingertips are spreading really far apart, and we're not leaning too far forwards and we're not leaning too far back. Take one more breath to notice your body now. How does it feel? This is our first posture of this morning. And then gently release your hands. We're going to do some little toe exercises to begin with, and don't worry if you can't do these just yet, we're just challenging ourselves. So when you're ready, lifting all 10 toes off the ground. Feel stable here to begin with before moving. See if you can place your pinky toes down, then your 4th toe, your 3rd toe, your 2nd toe, and your big toe. All in that order, and then we're going to see if we can lift them up in reverse. So big toe, 2nd toe, 3rd toe, 4th toe, and then pinky toe. Then we're going to see if we can touch pinky toe and big toe down, leaving our 3 middle toes up, and then release them to the ground. Then can you pick up your big toe and your pinky toe, leaving your 3 middle toes down. Whew. This is brain power this morning. And then release all your toes down. We're going to do a little toe stretch. So placing your right foot slightly behind, now placing the front of your foot down. So normally we have the sole of our foot, placing the front of your foot just slightly behind. You can also place your foot on a cushion if needed. Bending into that front knee, just stretching out the front of that right foot. Take one more breath here. Gently release, roll that ankle all the way in front of you, rolling your foot in one direction, and then the other direction, placing your right foot down. Lift left foot up, placing the front of our left foot down, just behind us. Bend into that right knee. Remember, you can place a cushion underneath that foot if needed. Take one more breath here. Exhale, bend, straighten that front leg, roll your ankle out in one direction, and then the other direction. Coming back into our Tadasana pose. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Come onto your tiptoes now. Lift your heels as high as you possibly can. Reach up even more. Maybe you want to test your balance here and look up towards your hands. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Bend into your knees slightly, allowing your spine to become nice and tall. Grab hold of opposite elbows, sway side to side. We're taking 2 breaths here, so connect that awareness back to your breath. And then on your next exhale, release your hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands are going to come to shins or thighs, looking straight ahead. Find length in the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, look up to your hands. Exhale, hands come to your sides. Okay, let's get moving. Right foot steps all the way back, keeping our hips square to the front. We're coming into a crescent lunge. So bend into that left knee, keep that back leg straight if you can. We're going to try and keep that right heel as lifted off the mat as we can, and keep that leg straight, maybe even touch it. Is it really strong? We want it engaged, hips face forwards. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, look up towards your hands. Exhale, bend into your elbows, we're coming straight into cactus arms here. Palms are facing forwards, fingers are spreading wide, looking straight ahead. On your next exhale, see if you can get your elbows to touch behind you, opening your chest, pulling your chest forwards. Inhale, bring your elbows back to shoulder height. Exhale, release that back knee all the way down to the ground. We're coming into a low lunge. Bring your hands to your hips. Imagine your thighs drawing up and towards each other now. So again, we're slightly tucking our pelvis under. Keep breathing into that belly, thighs draw together. Press into that front foot. You can keep that back foot tucked or release it. Take one more breath here. And now coming into my favourite pose ever, we're going to untuck those back toes if they're not already. Walk that front foot slightly forwards, straightening that front leg. Now, flex those left toes if you can. You can keep your hands on your hips, or as you exhale, we're going to fold over that left leg. Keep your hips facing forwards, maybe your hands are coming to the ground. I really don't want you to be rounding here. That means you've gone probably a little too far. So we're coming just slightly up. If you have got yoga blocks or props, then you're welcome to place your hands on them now. But try and find length in that spine. Keep flexing those toes, your gaze, your drishti is looking towards those left toes. Take one more breath here if you've got this. Exhale, bend into that front knee, coming back to our low lunge. Hands come down to frame that left foot. Bring that left knee back, and we're in our tabletop position. Tuck those toes under, lift your hips all the way up to the sky, coming straight into your downward dog. You're doing great. We're energizing this morning. We're feeling strong and stable. Maybe you're pedaling through your legs now, warming up those hamstrings, feeling really strong, feeling happy, and ready for the day ahead. We've got to do this on the other side. So when you're ready, come onto your tiptoes, lift your hips as much as you can, bend into your knees slightly, and then walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, you're doing great. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, hands by your side. Right, let's keep going. Left foot steps back, hips are facing forwards. Feel balance before you move any further. Make sure those hips are nice and square. Lift off that back heel. Is that left leg strong? Are we feeling stable? When you're ready, lift those hands up to the sky. Palms face each other. Maybe you're looking up towards those hands. Connect back with your breath. How are you doing? How are you finding it? You're doing really well, I know you are. When you're ready, bend into those elbows. We're coming into cactus arms. On your next exhale, elbows come to touch behind your back. Pull that chest forwards for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale, elbows come back in line with your shoulders. Hands going to come to your hips. Really, really slowly, gently bend into that left knee. Bring that left knee all the way down. Tuck that pelvis under. Thighs are drawing towards each other. Face forwards. We're in this low lunge. Toes can be untucked or tucked. Take one more breath here into your belly. Release those back toes. Extend that front leg. Woo! Might be a bit wobbly. Flex those right toes if you can. Take one breath in, grow tall. Exhale, folding over that right leg. Remember, it doesn't matter how far we come here. We just want to feel the stretch in the back of our leg. Maybe your hands are beginning to come down now. Maybe they're resting on props or they're staying on your hips. Take one more breath here. Remember, you're looking towards those front toes. Bend into that front knee, chest lifts up. Place your hands down in front of you. Step back to a tabletop position, child's pose. Knees come out wide, hips come back towards your heels. Outstretch those arms. Breathe back into your belly. Allow your exhales to slow down. Telling your nervous system that it's okay, it's time to rest and digest. You've energized for the day ahead. You've built up this amazing energy which you can use throughout the rest of your tasks. And then on your inhale, we're going to come all the way to lying into Shavasana. Taking one more mini Shavasana before we go on to our day. I would recommend always keeping this in your practice. Even if you think you haven't got time, just 30 seconds of lying on your back. Allowing your body just to relax. When do we do this without any phones? Without a to-do list in front of us? When do you take time for yourself? So just taking these last few moments for your body to unwind and prepare for the day ahead. I like to take this moment to think of something or think of someone I'm grateful for in my life. a moment of gratitude can make us appreciate all the little things. So if that resonates with you, then maybe this is a time to think of something you're really thankful for, bringing a smile to your face, and then releasing with your next exhale. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling over to one side, and then pressing yourself up to seated. Let's take one breath together. Bring your hands into prayer in the center of your chest. Gently close your eyes. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow morning.